the trap titans of deception, Holly's unexpected professor, and Chanel's adoption dreams. Next week on Days of Our Lives, the threads of deception, romance, and heartbreak begin to weave into an even tighter knot. What begins as a seemingly innocent college course for Holly Jonas turns into a battlefield of manipulation, jealousy, and shattered trust. At the same time, Chanel Dupree Demera's dreams of parenthood may collapse under the weight of betrayal and suspicion. Salem, once again, is about to erupt in scandal. Holly's academic surprise, a familiar face at the front of the class. Holly Jonas has always had big dreams. Bright, eager, and still finding her way in the adult world, she signs up for an online filmmaking class, eager to dive into her creative side. At first, the course description lists the instructor only as unknown, a minor curiosity that Holly brushes aside. After all, who hasn't had a mystery professor show up at the last minute? But when the semester begins, Holly's heart nearly stops. Standing at the virtual podium is none other than Johnny Demera, the young man she once secretly adored. The crush she thought was buried in the past suddenly resurfaces with full force, made more complicated by the fact that Johnny is no longer just a charming figure from her youth. He's her professor. The situation is ripe for awkwardness. Every lecture, every assignment carries with it the tension of what Holly once felt for him. Adding fuel to the fire is the fact that other students, including Tate Black and the ever-scheming Sophia, are also enrolled. With Johnny's reputation for falling into scandal, this academic arrangement is anything but ordinary. Johnny's role as visiting professor, mentor or magnet for trouble. For Johnny, the opportunity to teach filmmaking seems like a chance to carve out a respectable role for himself beyond the shadows of his family name. He approaches the job with enthusiasm, determined to inspire students. Yet Salem knows Johnny too well. Wherever he goes, temptation and scandal often follow. Already, whispers circulate that Johnny's teaching gig could blur professional boundaries. Holly's feelings may not stay hidden, and the energy between professor and student is sure to spark rumors. Tate, protective and sharp-eyed, is likely to notice Holly's distracted attention, and that will not sit well with him. The setup is dangerous. One woman's old crush, another's scheming jealousy, and a man at the center who has a history of making impulsive choices. Sophia's obsession, the puppet master in the shadows. If there is one person determined to exploit this volatile situation, it is Sophia. Ever since arriving in Salem, Sophia has shown herself to be cunning, calculating, and unafraid to cross moral lines to get what she wants. For her, the budding dynamic between Johnny and Holly is the perfect opportunity to sow chaos. Her tactics will be chilling. Spoilers reveal that Sophia begins plotting a way to drive a wedge not only between Holly and Tate, but also between Holly and Johnny. She sees weakness in Holly's vulnerability and intends to weaponize it. At night, when the dorm halls fall silent, Sophia will sneak into Holly's room. With her phone camera in hand, she captures intimate, compromising photos of Holly while she sleeps. The plan? To make it appear as though Holly is engaged in an affair with Johnny. In Sophia's twisted mind, this will devastate Tate, humiliate Holly, and pull Johnny into scandal just as he tries to build credibility as a professor. It's a cruel scheme, but Sophia thrives on control and destruction. The question remains, how long will she be able to keep her secret? And who will uncover the truth first? Tate, Johnny, or Holly herself? Chanel's dream of parenthood, a heartwarming plan at risk. While Sophia weaves her dark web, another storyline unfolds that carries equal emotional weight. Chanel Dupree Demera, Johnny's wife, finds herself reflecting deeply on what it means to build a family. After painful losses and complicated relationships, she begins to revisit the idea of adoption. For Chanel, becoming a mother is not just about nurturing a child. It is about healing old wounds and creating stability in a life that has been anything but stable. Spoilers suggest that Chanel and Johnny may soon revisit their adoption application. Ironically, the child they seek, Tesoro, is the very same one they once longed to bring into their lives. Fate has brought them back to this path, though neither of them realizes it yet. The thought of finally holding a child of her own fills Chanel with cautious hope. But even the purest dreams can be shattered. If Sophia's plan succeeds in framing Holly as Johnny's secret lover, Chanel's adoption plans could collapse overnight. A scandal of that magnitude would raise red flags for adoption officials, casting doubt on the couple's stability and fitness to raise a child. Worse still, Chanel may come to believe that Johnny has betrayed her, tearing their marriage apart just when she most needs his support. The brewing collision. Affairs, lies, and shattered trust. The dramatic tension in Salem rests on one pivotal question. Will Chanel discover Johnny in a compromising position with Holly before the truth about Sophia's manipulation comes to light? Imagine the devastation if Chanel walks into a room and sees Holly, her stepson's girlfriend, entangled in whispers of an affair with Johnny. Even if the evidence is fabricated, the emotional blow would be staggering. Chanel would feel humiliated, betrayed, and disillusioned not only with Johnny, but with her entire dream of motherhood. For Holly, the fallout could be equally destructive. Her reputation as a young woman trying to find her way in life would be in tatters. Tate's trust would crumble, leaving her heartbroken. Even Johnny, who might be innocent of the accusations, could see his career destroyed before it begins. And standing smugly in the background would be Sophia, satisfied with the chaos she has unleashed. Will the truth come out in time? Soap opera history tells us that lies rarely stay buried for long in Salem. Sophia may believe her plan is flawless, but secrets have a way of unraveling at the worst possible moment. Perhaps Tate will stumble across inconsistencies in the photos, or maybe Holly will wake up one night to catch Sophia in the act. Even Chanel, driven by her instincts and sharp eye for deceit, might piece the puzzle together before making a life-altering decision about adoption. The stakes could not be higher. Chanel's motherhood dream, Johnny's career, Holly's reputation, and Tate's love are all on the line. Salem has weathered countless storms, but this tangled mess of betrayal and manipulation may leave scars that never fully heal. Conclusion. A Salem storm approaches. Next week's episodes of Days of Our Lives promise to deliver the perfect blend of romance, betrayal, and suspense that fans crave. Holly's shocking realization about her new professor, Johnny's risky position at the center of scandal, Sophia's chilling scheme, and Chanel's fragile adoption hopes all converge in a dramatic collision course. Will Sophia's web of lies hold long enough to destroy lives? Or will her mask slip just in time for the truth to set Holly and Johnny free? And when Chanel finally learns what is happening, will it already be too late to save her marriage and her dream of becoming a mother? Salem is about to find out, and viewers should prepare for heartbreak, outrage, and perhaps the most explosive revelations of the season. Next, we will learn about the issue shaking up daytime TV as Young and Restless reshuffles its deck with bold recasts and headline-making hires that pull fan-favorite talent straight from rival soaps, setting up a high-stakes fall in Genoa City that could ripple across storylines for months to come. Big picture shakeup. The CBS soap is in the midst of an aggressive casting refresh, bringing in seasoned daytime names while recharging legacy roles, signaling a strategy to create fast-impact story arcs heading into the fall ratings window and beyond. The latest move centers on the return of Newman, now to be portrayed by Lucas Adams, a familiar face to daytime audiences thanks to a multi-year run as Trip on Days of Our Lives and work across streaming spin-offs tied to that franchise. The recast arrives alongside two splashy pickups. Daytime Emmy winner Roger Howarth and two-time winner Tamara Braun, both set for consequential roles with connective tissue to multiple Genoa City power players. Noah's new era. Lucas Adams will begin filming imminently and is slated to hit screens this fall as Sharon and Nick's son, marking the character's third actor in 5 years and underscoring the writer's renewed interest in the Newman scion as a story engine rather than a supporting note. Noah was last seen in 2023 after relocating overseas, leaving open threads with family, and an unfinished emotional ledger that a recast can exploit with fresh momentum and tonal shifts. Adam's daytime pedigree, 2 Daytime Emmy nominations, and a proven ability to balance earnestness with edge, suggests a Noah who can pivot from romantic fallout to corporate intrigue without losing audience sympathy. The recast lineage. The role of Noah is a baton that has passed through several hands, most recently Rory Gibson, 2021 to 2023. With earlier stretches by Robert Adamson and Kevin Schmidt anchoring different phases of the character's maturation from teen angst to adult complications in business and love. The frequent re-energizing of the part suggests the producers view Noah as a swing character capable of touching multiple families, Newman, Abbott-adjacent circles, and newer arrivals like Audra Charles, making him ideal for cross-plot connective tissue. That flexibility is crucial in eras of cast fluidity, letting writers adjust orbit and tone quickly while preserving continuity through family legacy. The DOL pipeline. Adam's move continues a visible pipeline from Days of Our Lives to Y&R, a phenomenon that both deepens the bench with known commodities and invites fan cross-pollination, potentially lifting sampling and social buzz during key launch windows. His DOL tenure spanned 2017 to 2024 with stops in the spin-offs Beyond Salem and A Very Salem Christmas, yielding familiarity, awards recognition, and a ready-made association with morally complex story beats that translate well to Newman-level stakes. For viewers, the continuity of an actor known for resilient, emotionally durable leads promises a Noah who can hold his own opposite titans like Victor, while still playing heartbreak and temptation credibly at the romantic level. Audra pressure cooker. If the show leans into history, Noah's return could reopen the fraught chapter with Audra Charles, whose ambition and appetite for leverage have made her both thrilling and dangerous across boardroom and bedroom lines in Genoa City. Speculation already points to a collision course. A vulnerable Noah, potentially single post-alley, meeting an Audra who sees opportunity in rekindled chemistry, corporate access, or even a legacy family gambit that sets Victor's alarms blaring. The narrative space is ripe for a seductive trap, a business liaison masquerading as reconciliation, or a strategic pairing that tests Noah's boundaries and resurrects old wounds he never properly sutured. Allie's lingering shadow. Noah's recent past with Aline Gwynn offers layered possibilities. A clean break that leaves him adrift, a long-distance relationship that frays under time zones and ambition, or a private implosion that returns him home with secrets and a short fuse. Any of those options positions him for combustible scenes with Sharon and Nick, counsel, caution, and conflict, while teeing up Audra to probe weak spots for personal gain or revenge. The emotional geometry intensifies if Allie's off-screen arc becomes a narrative pivot, motivating Noah's choices in ways that complicate his moral compass and business appetite. Roger Howarth lands. Parallel to Noah's recast, Roger Howarth arrives for a major arc, with details tightly guarded to maximize first appearance impact and speculation energy among longtime soap fans who track his acclaimed runs on GH, One Life to Live, and As the World Turns. Howarth's recent GH tenure saw him embody 3 distinct roles across a decade, an unusual feat that highlights range and adaptability, traits that Y&R can deploy in either corporate chess, darker thriller territory, or unexpected mentorships that complicate alliances. The production timeline, filming in mid-September for a fall debut, aligns with sweeps-adjacent reveals, hinting at an entrance designed to nudge multiple stories at once. Tamara Braun's Sienna. Tamara Braun joins as Sienna Bacall, a new character described as having personal connections to several characters, language that typically signals a webbed backstory ready to intersect with old grudges and new opportunities across the Newman-Abbott axis. Braun's resume across GH and DOL equips her for volatile, high-stakes material, schemers with heart, mothers with impossible choices, and power players masking vulnerability, suggesting Sienna may quickly become a catalyst rather than background texture. Expect her debut this fall after rapid onboarding, reinforcing the sense that Y&R intends to stack reveals and character collisions in overlapping waves. Strategic timing. Stacking Adams, Howarth, and Braun for autumn points to a calculated push. Refresh legacy, seed mystery, and inject rivalry all before the holiday arcs, capturing casual viewers while rewarding regulars with rich payoffs. The cadence, announcements in late August and early September, filming across September, airing in fall, maximizes publicity cycles and gives writers enough runway to tie arrivals to cliffhangers and corporate showdowns. In this environment, Noah's return doesn't stand alone. It's part of a broader tonal recalibration toward faster beats, sharper antagonism, and emotionally risky choices. What this means for Genoa City. A reloaded Noah can pivot between romance and enterprise, making him a utility knife for plots involving Sharon's stability, Nick's loyalties, and Victor's vigilance over the Newman brand and bloodline. If Audra re-enters Noah's orbit, the show can braid personal ruin and professional risk, raising questions about succession, secrecy, and whether love can survive in a city that treats intimacy like currency. Layer in Howarth's mystery role and bronze-connected Sienna, and Genoa City's equilibrium looks set to tilt. Exactly the kind of serialized volatility that keeps daytime audiences locked in day after day.